A.A.G. News. Fact news you can trust.
They might need to raise the income tax even more if people start working 4 days a week. It's a new trend we're seeing across the country. NTD's Evelyn Lee reports.
What if you had a 3-day weekend? Some employers have been playing with the idea, and it seems like it's getting popular now. Companies like Unilever, Shake Shack, and Microsoft Japan have experimented with a shorter work week and reported good results. Julia Pollack, labor economist at ZipRecruiter, says that trend is gaining momentum.
In a tightening labor market, employers have to pull out all the stops to expand their talent pools, and they have to appeal to semi-retirees and to parents who'd left the workforce to look after children and needed additional schedule flexibility.
According to Pollack, this has become even more prevalent with the pandemic. While one aspect is to appeal to potential employees, companies also report better productivity. Microsoft says its experiment not only improved productivity by 40%, but also reduced electricity bills.
They're no longer losing time, at the water cooler with, a lot of chatting and interruptions at the office and with unnecessary meetings.
With better productivity and more time off, the software company Buffer says their employees experienced a better sense of work-life balance.
Every Sunday night, I get this kind of pang of anxiety, like I haven't dealt with all the things that I needed to do on the weekend.
According to Pollack, a 4-day work week helps her to be more relaxed and satisfied. And it might become more common in the future.
The growth rate is very, very swift. It was about 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 jobs per 10,000 in 2015, 2016, 2017. It gradually rose to about 40 jobs in 10,000 in 2019. It's now gone up to around 60 jobs in 10,000. So there's a very, very, very steep growth rate, but off a very low base.
But critics say a shorter work week isn't feasible for all companies. A Utah study was forced to close because of poor customer satisfaction after multiple complaints about not being able to access government services on Fridays.
The entire staff and every consultant of the Nevada Democratic Party has quit. This is after Democratic Socialists won every key leadership position of the party in a contested election on Saturday. NTD's Grace Coulter has the story.
If you go onto the Nevada Democratic Party website, you will see that not a single staff member is listed. This is because every staff member quit after Democratic Socialists won all party leadership roles on Saturday. According to The Intercept, Judith Whitmer, the newly elected party chair, was notified by the party's executive director, Alana Mounts, that the entire party staff and all consultants were resigning. Staffers claimed that Whitmer was going to fire them anyway, but she denied those claims. Whitmer won with the backing of the local chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America and the support of the party's progressive wing, aligned with Democratic Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders. 3 other progressives backed by the DSA won the other 4 leadership positions. This effectively turning Nevada's Democratic Party into a socialist party. 2020 House candidate and progressive Jen Perelman responded to the news on Twitter saying, "What the Democratic Socialists did to the Nevada Democratic Party, we're going to do the same here in Florida." Perelman had previously shared plans to replace what she calls establishment Democrats, starting at the local level all the way up to the White House. This is a plan shared by many far-left progressive and socialist activists. John Ralston, founder of the Nevada Independent, told CNN's Chris Cillizza that those who don't support the newly elected Democratic Socialists in Nevada have vowed to set up a separate entity. This could mean 2 competing factions for the Democratic vote. Ralston says that with the 2022 elections just around the corner, Republicans could end up being the winners of this Nevada shakeup.